I used to love you so much. Oh my goodness. So, the title of this article I was reading was Sony reverses course and will still now sell Vita and PS3 games after all. They recently came out and said, nope, shutting it all down. PSP, PS3, and Vita. Whoa. Holy moly, dude. So, I just wanted to share my stories about Sony and its console and my experience in my life and how it relates in this story. So, basically, what the story is talking about here is Sony's flip flopping very quickly about whether it was going to shut down its online stores for the PS3, the PS Vita, and the PSP. PSP, obviously, I think they're getting rid of because it's been such a long time, but um, for Vita and PS3, I don't know. I think that just stuff should still be open and available. But anyway, what happened with me and Sony is this. Basically, the last console I was to own from Sony would be the PlayStation 2. The interesting story is I went in to go buy a Sega Saturn, when I was in my early life. I was about 18 or so. Went into the store to go buy the Sega Saturn and walked out with a Sony PlayStation. Okay. Sony PlayStation looked amazing. It only had 10 games versus the 40 or so on the Sega Saturn, but the games look so much more phenomenal on the PlayStation. I walked out of the store with the PlayStation 1. Played the heck out of it, bought a bunch of games on it, loved it, got a PlayStation 2. There was total games for it. They had interactivity with games that were on the PSP that had come out. So you almost had like what the Switch is doing now, but back when on the PS2, PlayStation 2. You could play the PlayStation 2 on your big screen and then basically playing those same games on your PSP handheld. And there'd be like little achievements and stuff you could tie in between the two games. It was very, very cool. And so I had a PSP, loved the PSP. Oh my God. But then the PS3 hit. And I went out and I got the PS3, and I'll never forget, I was so excited. I went out and I got SOCOM. SOCOM Navy SEALs, my favorite game on the PlayStation 2. I had all of them. I played them. I loved them. So I wanted the new SOCOM on the PlayStation 3. I thought, wow, this would be great. That was the one killer app that sold me on the PlayStation 3. So I go to the store, I go to Best Buy, I get up all the accessories, I get extra this and that. I walk out spending basically $1,000 on the whole thing. Bring home a PS3 with SOCOM, and I think it was Call of Duty World at War. I think it was. So I come home with those two games, looking to just get down with just the amazingness that I know is going to be there. I flame up SOCOM on the PlayStation 3, and there's literally nobody playing the game. I was in there by myself. It said like join server automatically, dump me into server where there was no one there. And this is a brand new game. This is like a $60 game that had just come out. There was no reason for it to be dead, like while it's still being sold in the store. I was dumbfounded. I could not believe it. So they didn't have a large offering of SOCOM games for the PlayStation on the PS3. So I literally got so angry because all that ended up happening was a group of like 4 or 5 diehards came in and just like shredded me in that match because I was brand new and had no idea what I was doing. Shredded me and just left. And that was it. I never saw another human being in that game ever again. So angrily, I said, the heck with this. And a week later, I took the whole thing back. Within that week, I took it back to the store and got my money back. But they wouldn't take the money back on the two games that I got at $60 a piece. So I had to eat the cost of those games and were never able to play them. So Sony, I felt like you owed me money there. That was horrible. That was a horrible experience. So I never got in with the PlayStation 3. Then I come to find on PlayStation 3 and 4 and subsequent models that like unlike on the Xbox, which you just hold down the Xbox button on the controller and the whole console turns on. Apparently with the PlayStation 3, that was not the case. You had to like still reach in the back and turn on a switch and do this kind of stuff that you had to do on the PlayStation 2. And I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. You need to get like the Xbox. And so just for those little reasons alone, there's also the issue that you couldn't change the batteries and the controllers if you got a PlayStation. So for these reasons, I said no to PlayStation basically after the PlayStation 2. I was in love with the PSP and was so sad to see it die. I think the PSP, they could have done a better job by making that into a phone, making it have digital capabilities as well as disc capabilities, you know. The Vita. Oh my God, the Vita. I am still so, and I want to do a separate video on the Vita, but basically, I cannot believe that a company, Sony, would, and I had so much faith in Sony. I love Sony so much in my life. I can't believe they would just drop the Vitas, call it Life. Vita means life. They create this thing called Life and then just drop it after 5 years. Unbelievable. And Sony, I had the Walkman, the original Walkman. I had the original Watchman. I had so many awesome Sony products that, you know, my first sound system was all Sony. All the components were Sony. The double tape deck, the CD player, the receiver, all Sony. Like, I've had Sony products my whole life. I've had total faith in them. But then when you went out and you just forgot about the Vita and you said, no more Vita, now you flip-flop with whether you're going to sell the games on the market for the PS3 and the Vita. Like, I've lost my faith in you. I cannot trust you anymore. I have no faith that you will stay the course with any particular product that I buy, and they're all expensive. Everything you make is expensive. You know, I was looking back at the PSP Go, and that sounded so great. It was out, what, 2 years? 2 years! Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. So I'm so disillusioned and so disappointed with Sony and what they've done with the consoles. So I am almost glad I did not get that PS3 because now I see this new headline saying that, you know, just as of a week ago, they were going to not allow the PS3 store to be open. I was like, man, good thing I didn't keep that PS3. I'd have really been upset. And the Vita, oh my God, dude, I got a Vita because I love the PSP so much, but God, to close the store on that, there's hardly any games for it as it is. So this is part of why I can't trust Sony anymore. They're too flip-flop, they don't support their products long enough, and their stuff is expensive. All you had to do, Sony, to keep the Vita alive and keep me at your side would be to just make the Vita a phone that works on any network, uses any cheap old memory, and let there be digital and physical games, man. Like, you could have done the Vita properly and kept me as a lifelong customer like I've always been. But now I don't have any faith in you anymore, Sony. So it's great to see that you reversed your course with selling PS3 and Vita games, but man, it's just I just don't have any faith anymore. I probably will never go to another Sony console, especially now with VR and stuff like that coming out. Things like Game Pass coming out on the Xbox. I've been an Xbox guy this whole time, ever since the PS2, and I still play my PS2. It's a great console, great games on it. But this is just crazy. Sony just never stays with anything long enough for me to have faith in them. You know, with regards to their console gaming, which at one time I loved. I loved that PlayStation 1. I really loved the PlayStation 2, and I love the PSP. I wish they could just continue on those same successes, but in a new version, you know, that works, that speaks to gamers in a way that says, hey, here's what you need to game at a good price. We're the best. And like, that's what we need. That's what we need, Sony. But I just don't have much faith in you anymore. So anyway, more stories to come. Stay tuned.